All right, we've been in the Minor Prophets. Then for a day we went to the New Testament. We got to go back to the Minor Prophets. Today for our question, Joel chapter 1, verse 2. Has anything like this ever happened in your days or in the days of your ancestors? Now, God didn't start working or moving in your generation. He has been at work in the hearts and minds of men for thousands of years. It's a good thing not only to know the history of the Bible, but also church history, since the Bible was written and then preached and applied to life and culture through many centuries. Now, how aware are you of church history? Do you know what God has done and how He has moved throughout the centuries? Can you apply any lessons of church history to your walk and work today? Now, when you go to the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, we're not going to read the whole thing today, but it says all the people came together as one in the square before the water gate. They told Ezra, the teacher of the law, to bring out the book of the law of Moses, which the Lord had commanded for Israel. And then it says, verse 4, Ezra, the teacher of the law, stood on a high wooden platform. Verse 5, Ezra opened the book. All the people could see him. The Levites were there. In verse 7, they read from the book of the law of God. Verse 8, making it clear and giving the meaning so that the people understood what was being read. Verse 9, then Nehemiah the governor, Ezra the priest and the teacher of the law, and the Levites were instructing the people, said to all of them that this day is holy to the Lord your God. Do not mourn or weep, for all the people had been weeping as they listened to the words of the law. Now, as you read Nehemiah 8, what I want you to see is how Israel celebrated a festival at which time they did nothing but read the history of God's work among them and how it impacted their lives. Perhaps you should also spend some time learning more about how God has moved in the past in order to appreciate where you are, where we are in Him today. That's it. We got to move, but tomorrow come on back and we'll do another 2-minute segment then.